Hello, everyone. Today, and I'm not in my car for once, I want to talk about judging a person's character versus them making a mistake. And this video is going to be quick. And this is something I usually have to talk to a lot of people about. For some reason, people come to me with their problems and advice. I don't know if it's because I used to be a bartender. I drive Uber now. I don't know if I just give off that thing where you could just tell me everything. I go to the gym and I feel like I got more of a workout being a therapist than actually being there to work out. But it's actually a blessing because a lot of people just can't go to anybody and express their problems. A lot of people don't know how to express problems. And then there's some people who do nothing but express problems. And if you come across those people, they might be annoying, but just learn the lessons from their life so you don't make the same mistakes. Anyway, back to the point of my video. I know a lot of people and they come up to me and they tell me problems they have with boyfriends, with girlfriends, with wives, with husbands, co-workers or friends or family. And they'll tell me these situations, and sometimes these people are so toxic, I tell them the only thing you can do is to stay away from these people. If I get off topic a little bit, I apologize. None of these videos are scripted. But back to what I was saying, you have to stay away from toxic people. For me, I'm 33 years old now. One of the biggest mistakes I've made in my life was trying to please people all the time, always trying to be there for people, not realizing that at the end of the day, they weren't going to be there for me, and also realizing the fact that no one owes me shit and no one was born for my purpose. And neither were you. I learned that, and I'm sure most people have learned that, where they grow up and they get older and they have a lot less friends. And they realize they wasted time with a lot of people. And you really have to look at your life and make an inventory, not only balance your checkbook, not only manage your finances, but to manage your personal relationships as well. It can be a relationship with your next door neighbor, with your brother-in-law, with sometimes even your spouse. Maybe that's becoming toxic. And just because it's a relationship with a title doesn't mean that it's good for you. I tell people all the time, just because someone's family, don't let that be a title for them to abuse you. A lot of people don't like to be alone, and that's a scary thing because they're going to fill their lives with friends who are not friends. I call them fillers, just to mask the fact that they don't want to be lonely. Now, you have to look at people, and the reason why I say judge a person's, if someone does something, and this is, if someone does something bad to you, you have to ask yourself, was that really a mistake or was that a sign of their character? And the reason why I say that is because if it was a mistake can be forgiven. A mistake can be moved on. But if it's a sign of someone's character, now you have a real problem because this person's going to do it again. A con man, if he steals from a company, was that a mistake? Was it out of desperation to feed his family? Or is he known to do that? He's going to do it again. Someone who cheats in a relationship. Were they freaking wasted and they did it by accident? Hard to forgive, but if it was a mistake, it was a mistake. Then there's people who just do nothing but cheat. And if you see that someone does something that's reoccurring, and I'll give a few examples. I had a friend and every time, she always came to me with the problems with her husband. The same problems over and over for years. The only time I talked to this girl was to talk about her husband. And I told her, he's not going to change. That wasn't a mistake. This is who he is. You can't expect a snake to act like a dog or a cat. That's not its character. A snake is going to act like a snake. A dog is not going to meow. It's a dog. It can't go against its character. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at people and they did you wrong, if that's a sign of their character, they're not changing. Because you and I both know 90% of people don't change. 90% of people don't care to change. People are mostly narcissistic. They're very selfish. They're very victimized. They don't really take responsibility for their own actions. They're very manipulative. And I'm talking about the majority of people because change is hard. Change is difficult. Change requires self-awareness. Change requires self-observation, which most people don't do because they're filling their lives with noise. They're watching too much TV. They're going out all the time. Change requires the need to face the truth. And people hate the truth. You want to be hated? Tell people the truth. That's the quickest way. So once you judge a person's character and you know that they're a piece of shit, I don't want to say that word, but we know pieces of shit. And now you're getting hurt again. Now the responsibility goes from them to you. You know the saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. So you can't expect them and be mad at them, because now you can only be mad at yourself. I can't be mad at the snake for biting. Maybe I could be mad at the snake the first time, if I didn't see the snake and it bit me. But now that I know there's a snake in the fucking room, why am I still in there? And that's what I tell people all the time. There's so many people in this world. Don't waste your time on the few that are pieces of shit. In my life too, where I've given people the benefit of the doubt, I've forgiven people too much. And at a point, you have to respect yourself, because you allowing yourself to be abused by people, you having friends in your life that don't give a shit about you, being with people in relationships that are always hurting you, it's gonna fuck with you. And one thing you're gonna learn is that life is not gonna wait for you to make the right decision. Like I said, I'm 33. I can't go back when I was 22. I can't go back to when I was 30. Thank God I'm still young, but you can't wait for things to change. You have to make them change. So another example is, I used to have friends who would flake on me all the time. Now, if someone says, oh yeah, we're gonna go out this Friday, and they don't call, or they call and they say, listen, I know we're supposed to go at 7. It's 9:30. My bad. I was with family. I was at work. Can we reschedule for next week? But now if they don't call, you call them, they don't answer, and you find out they're with somebody else, that's a sign of their character. Because why? They looked at their phone and they said, fuck you. You don't matter. So if you feel like in life you're being hurt, and another thing too, you have to remember, you can't really be mad at these people. No one owes you shit in this life. If you want to do good for people and you're mad because they're not there for you, there's nothing that said you had to do good to them in the first place. That's why I tell people, focus on yourself, focus on your life, because the crazy thing about being selfish and focusing on yourself and focusing on your life and focusing on your purpose is that you start to become a greater and greater person. Because when you're around toxic people, when you're around people that take advantage of you, there's something about your aura that lacks self-esteem, it lacks self-respect, which is why they keep doing it. Because if you were a person of respect, of power, you wouldn't be putting up with that bullshit. But you're putting up with the bullshit around you because deep down inside you don't respect yourself and you're seeking validation from them. Believe me, I've been there. I sought validation from girls. I sought validation from friends. I would feel down and out and depressed if no one called me on the weekends. So I had to start developing goals. Now I have too many goals. But now that I'm achieving a lot more in my life and I'm doing a lot more, I'm a lot more ambitious and driven, I'm attracting people who are also ambitious and driven. I'm attracting people who respect me a lot more. And the people that are toxic or were toxic, even people I meet now, maybe I'll meet a girl somewhere and go on a date and find out that she's probably not that good for me. Then it'll just be cut off. Or if I meet a guy, a dude at the gym and we're like, oh yeah, we'll go out for drinks or whatever, we'll chill. And I find out, yeah, this dude might be a piece of shit. Then we won't chill anymore. So as you focus on yourself, the transition is hard. It's like going on a freaking diet. It's the worst thing in the world, or going on a budget. But at the end, the sacrifice you make in those relationships that you don't need, the sacrifice you make in the finances and shit that you don't need to spend, and the sacrifices you make in cutting out those foods which are not good for you. Yes, the transition is hard because you're becoming a new person. It's like you're ripping out of this shell of bullshit into a butterfly of freedom. It's not easy. And I'm going to tell you, being lonely is hard, but you have to do it, because if you don't, you're going to end your life alone anyway, because those people are not going to be there for you. So I don't want you to make the mistake of always catering to people and being that person that always puts up with everyone's bullshit, when at the end of the day, you do good for people. If you have a big heart, don't let anybody walk over it. You know what I mean? Do you, but you have to. And you hear this all the time. You can't love anybody unless you love yourself. And sometimes we say these sayings so much, we quote them on Instagram, we quote them on Facebook, that we lose the meaning and the simplicity and the truth of these things. We lose the power of those things. Like other sayings, like what you believe you can achieve. Oh yeah, everyone heard that. But it's the honest truth. Because if you don't believe that you can do something, if you don't believe that you could be somebody or have something, you're never going to do it. So you have to believe in yourself. You have to understand to learn to love to be alone. There's a ton of things you can do to fill up your time if you don't want to be alone. You can read, you can go to the gym, you can start a YouTube channel. You can learn investing. You can learn a skill. Like for me, I'm doing Uber, I'm doing eBay, I'm doing Forex trading, I'm learning to play the piano, I'm working on my Spanish, I'm taking salsa classes. And you'll see me, I'm pretty rusty now, but I'll be pretty good. But when you start developing those skills, you're gonna be, holy fuck, I don't have time for people. Like, I swear to you, I don't have time. And my tolerance is so low for people's bullshit. Even my family, when they come to me with some bullshit about some family member, because for some reason, Puerto Ricans always got some goddamn drama in their life. For what, I mean, the dogs have fucking drama for all I care. Sorry about that before. I got a phone call. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode. But this is me resuming the video because I'm not doing it all over again. Anyway, but now you're not going to have time for bullshit. So now for me to end this video, I want you guys to set goals for yourself. Set simple goals. You know what I mean? Stop going out on weekends because those people don't give a shit about you. Start saving your money. Maybe take a vacation by yourself. If you want to go out, go to the bar by yourself. Have a drink and meet new people and socialize. Go to the gym. Do things. But just do not seek validation in people. Again, do not be around toxic people and only allow the people that do good to you. You might not find anybody yet because life is telling you need to focus on yourself. And believe me, the way your life is, by looking at everything around you, of what you accomplish, what you have, and how you feel, life is constantly giving you feedback. So if you're not happy with your life is telling you, you should probably do a little more. And you start that by cutting out certain people in your life and freeing up more time for yourself. So, if there's anything else I have to say, judge a person's character. If they made a mistake, find out if it was an honest mistake. And if it wasn't, be very careful because this person could be toxic. They could act like they're water, but in reality they're bleach and they're gonna fucking destroy you. So anyway, thank you for watching. Leave your comments below on how I can improve this channel. How can I improve my videos? I can't thank you enough for your support for watching. And anything that I have done that I'm thinking about and all the mistakes I've made in my life, I have made too many. I hope that they can benefit you. So I thank you for watching. I wish you an amazing day and an amazing day. Because an amazing day means could turn into an amazing week. An amazing week turns into an amazing month, amazing year, amazing decade, amazing life. So keep it up and stay positive. Don't let anyone take that smile off your face. And if your life is hard now, understand that if your heart is still beating, believe me, I know it can suck ass sometimes, but just put in a little bit of work every day. Listen, doing one push-up a day, you'll be doing 100 3 months from now. And that goes for anything in life. Do a little bit every day to improve your life, and I guarantee you in a year from now, you're not going to even recognize who you were the year before. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.